Hey guys, it's Kristine. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about budgeting in my bullet journal. In today's video, we're going to be going over my budget for paycheck number 1 in the month of January. I was paid on January 11th, so this is also my first paycheck of 2023. And I was expecting that something was going to be a little bit different with my paycheck this year. Not because of a raise or anything, but just tax stuff, So this year I am getting a little bit more, and I'm super excited to share with you guys what I'm going to be doing with that money. So if you want to see what that looks like, keep watching. So in my projected budget, I budgeted $2,200 for my paycheck. In 2022, my paychecks, if it was a full paycheck, I was getting $2,269. My first paycheck for 2023, however, came in at $2,303.13. And these are my accounts. So just like how I was having them set up in 2022, I have them similarly on the left side. The right side we will deal with later. So for rent, etc., I started my account with $207.90. I added $487, and my new balance is now $694.90. I actually don't have to pay anything in January because January is paid in full. I do take half and I set it aside each paycheck. That way, when it comes due, I don't have like a bill heavy budget, if that makes sense. So it's balanced out. For my bills account, this is $154.59 right now. I haven't done the calculations here to show how much I'll be sending to it. That'll come a little bit later, but I did want to show you down here. I have dental insurance coming out at $46, vision for $37, car insurance for $52, Blue Shield 1 is $268, Blue Shield 2 is $115. Now you'll notice the due dates for both Blue Shield premiums. It is at the end of the month. So technically, like, I could put this in the following budget, but I didn't want that to be bill heavy, so I put it in this budget. Now, I just want to make sure that I have that money set aside so that when my next paycheck rolls around, it won't be, too difficult. So if we take what I had budgeted for my bills, so half my bills would be $358, so $154.59 plus $358. That comes in at $512.59. That is not enough to cover this $518. So we're going to do a little bit of shuffling around. But let's take a look at the rest of the budget first. So for my G1 other account, I haven't assigned it to anything. So right now it's sitting at 0. I didn't add anything to it. And my daughter's account, so this money used to be in that account. So now I moved it to T-Mobile. Anyway, it started with $70.24. I'm adding $70. So she'll have $140.24. All right, so for my variable spending, like grocery, gas, household, dining allowance, meds, and other, and even categories that aren't listed on here, they're going to come out of this variable account. I was supposed to be in the negative here, by the way, but I ended up covering that card with a different account, so I am sitting at $7.56 instead of digging into my buffer. To this, I'm adding $400, so right now I technically have $407.56, but I do have a bit of a balance left, I think, on my Chase card. So I need to make sure I pay that to 0, but I'm still waiting for some of the numbers to settle. But because right now it's looking like I have a negative balance in there, like I have a credit. But I feel like that's wrong. So I'm just gonna hold on to this. Normally my plan was to roll anything over into my Ally account for savings challenges, but I'm just gonna let that sit in there because I don't want to go into my buffer to cover anything if I don't have to. So yeah, $407.56. So for my Ally checking, I took $5 when I first opened it. I took it from my bills account and $5 from my variable account. I just wanted to see how fast the transaction would be, and it was not fast, but it wasn't bad either, actually, the second time around. So it shows up, at least as a transaction on the account I'm pulling from, even if it doesn't necessarily show up right away in Ally. And yeah. So since I didn't finish this part right here, I'm just gonna continue. So for save and invest, I have here, so like my buffer, my Santa Saver, my Roth, all that good stuff. So my T-Mobile buffer, this is actually with this. So these two are together. I had a hard time dipping into the 3,000. That's why I pulled from a different account instead of dipping into this, which I guess is a good thing. So that is now my mini emergency fund / buffer, and it still has a $3,000. And for my Santa Saver, I have $125.01 to start. I'm adding $25, and now I am at $150.01. My Roth IRA for 2022, I went ahead and added the cents that was in there because I am getting close to that 6,000 mark. I want to make sure I am accounting for maxing it out. So I've got $5,000.57. I'm adding $300 to it. If you remember in my 2023 projected budget video, I did mention that I wanted to increase my contributions to $300 at Paycheck. That way I will meet not only funding it for 2022, but fully funding 2023 by December this year. I just want to get it done within the calendar year. So all in all, for Roth for 2002, contributions of $5,300.57. So the 100 envelope challenge is something new that I think I mentioned in my projected budget. So I'm going to go ahead and allocate $400 to that. It is basically a bucket. Well, I'll explain it more in another video, but it's basically going to Ally. It's going to sit in there until I allocate it. But yeah, it's starting out with $400. And I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned. I should be getting it together this weekend. I'm waiting on some stuff I'm just waiting on some things that I purchased online to get here. So for routine sinking funds, again, this is going to Ally, $150. I'm going to contribute that to my different sinking funds, and then I have non-routine sinking funds. So again, if you remember, or maybe you don't, so I'll go ahead and show you. So for my routine sinking funds, that's personal care gets $40, maintenance gets $40, copays and meds get $50, gifts and giving gets $20. So that's each paycheck. And then I have my non-routine ones, which is family fun, travel, YouTube, tattoo, electronics, annual bills. Like I this is not everything, but I do have it set up in buckets in Ally, so I'm super excited about that. Okay, so I want to do a little math with you. So in my, which account is it? Okay, my G1. So my G1 account currently has $1,395.72. So that's the balance. The old balance was $154.59. It's $1241.13. Of the transfers that I have initiated, there are still a few that haven't cleared. So that's the $70 for T-Mobile. I have 400. Oh, this one's my daughter. And then my T-Mobile variable. And then my Roth also hasn't cleared. Okay. So minus 70, minus 400, minus 300. 471.13. Okay. I need to make sure I have enough money to cover my bills. So let's go back to 18 minus 154.59. That's 363.41. So that would be the bare minimum to put into there. So let's see what 471.13 minus 363.41 is. So it's $107.72. So 471.13 minus 363.41 is 107.72. So I think I am going to, I'm going to put 100 of that into my non-routine sinking funds. Oops. So 100 into my sinking funds. Oops, sinking funds. So then I'm left with 371.13. And just to make sure again with my math, I have 154.59 plus 371.13. That's 525.72, and that will be enough to cover my bills. So what did I say? 371.13, and that's 525.72. Okay. All right, let me just do this math right here really quick. All right, so these are my totals. I am, yeah, pretty sure. So for my daughter, I'm gonna have $140 ready for her, like if she needs it. This is not money that I send to her like on a regular basis. It's just there for me to use for her should she ask for some help. Before I budgeted this particular money for her, I was spending way more than I had in my budget, really, and I needed to get a grip on that, or I needed to get a handle on that. So that's that. And for my variable spending, I'm just going to go ahead and put this at 400, even though there's still that $7.56 left in there. We're just going to say 400. And then for my mini saving, if you could see here, I kind of like covered it up with paper because I did have stuff written down here, and I was going to have it so that it's like a starting balance and an ending balance, or starting balance, add, and then an ending balance. But I decided I want to keep it like this. So if I use any of my buckets, I will put the spending here, but I will not keep track of my balances for my buckets in this bullet journal like I used to. Like, I won't be tracking how much money is in there that I'm rolling over from month to month or from paycheck to paycheck. That just got really confusing, so I am going to be tracking that a different way, and I hope you will stay tuned for my next video, hopefully this coming weekend. If not this weekend, definitely next week, when I start to do my savings challenges and my sinking fund stuff. So I hope you'll stick around and watch that. If you've made it this far to the video, I just want to say thank you so much for your support and thanks for being here. If you're interested in seeing what my projected budget is for 2023, I'm going to go ahead and link that video right here. That'll show you what this budget looks like broken down for the whole month for the year of 2023. Thank you so much.